Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? So do you know what, even though this is a lifestyle channel, I do talk about sometimes trending topics, and I couldn't help but make this video because everyone is talking about this Katt Williams interview that he did. So Katt Williams is a comedian, American comedian. Do you know what, before I heard of him, I'd heard of him, but I hadn't watched any of his like stand-ups. So my comedians, especially American comedians, Chris Rock, I'd have to put him up there, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, I've seen most of their stand-ups either in person or on YouTube. So Katt Williams, everyone was talking about him like a few years ago, and I thought, who's this person? They were saying he's the funniest, and then apparently he got like blacklisted, or there were people that were saying not to work with him and that sort of thing. So this interview was coming. This interview apparently was people were saying he's going to speak out about Hollywood and he's going to expose people. And I don't, obviously, if you don't live in America, you just get all your information from like online and stuff. But apparently this was an interview that was coming. So I was waiting and thinking, oh, eventually someone on YouTube's going to do this. So he went on the show of apparently this person called Shannon, is known as Shay Shay, and I think he's either an NFL player or whatever it is. This is just from what I was picking up. I've never heard of that person, but he's a big person, big well-known sports star, ex-sports star in America. So I'm thinking, wait a minute, I said when I looked. This is 3 hours, this interview. It was like, I think it's 2 hours, 51 minutes. Now, the only things that I watch that are that long, travel vlogs at a push. So if someone's doing a travel vlog and it looks like an interesting country that I think, yeah, I want to know more about. Interviews, sometimes I've watched, but it all depends on the title, who's doing the interview. So this time I thought, do you know what, I don't think I'm going to focus for like 2 hours, 45 minutes. Switched it on, and then that was it. I was like hooked on what this person was saying. And lots of people have been saying, there was a comment that just said, this is the longest time anyone has focused for like 3 hours, and everyone was just going, yeah. The comment section was massive. I mean, apparently a few days ago it had 48 million views. Now it's probably a lot more than that. There's lots of other people that are making reaction videos to it. There's lots of people that are saying how much money the person who did the interview would make and all that sort of thing. For me, what I found interesting is you've got this comedian who is talking about other comedians and exposing them for things that they're apparently have said about him. So you've got that side of it. You've got the fact that he's saying things that I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, wow, this guy's like brave, because the way that he's coming after these like people, the way that he's exposing them, the way that it was entertaining to watch, but at the same time it was like, I was shocked a few times. I was like left with my jaw open. I was like, did he just say that? Did he say that about that person? And some of the people that he's talking about, I'm well known about Steve Harvey because I've got one of his books. I've watched a lot of his motivational speeches. So I was thinking, I don't know what to believe with some of this. So the other thing I suppose we have to remember is that whenever someone is talking, we've only got their side, and then when the other person's talking, we've got their side. I'm always the person that will say that there's a percentage of truth to both things. So there's somewhere in the middle that is the full truth, but that's that person's truth. Now, he seemed quite convincing with what he was saying in the interviews by calling these people liars and things. And I just felt the other thing that I felt, I suppose, was a little bit sad that like it's come to this, but this is what it's always been like in Hollywood, I suppose, in the music industry, in the acting industry, where you have people going against each other, because it's like, then it becomes a battle of like, we're all comedians, we're all competing for the same spot. And it would be, in an ideal world, they would all share like a piece of that pie, and they would say, well, you're this type of comedian and you're selling out shows, you're this type of comedian, you're doing well. But it doesn't work like that. So it was just, you have to watch it if you've got the time to watch it. People were saying they were watching a section, going to sleep, then coming back, watching the rest. Then it's just gone viral, and it's just turned into that type of interview that you have to see to believe it, because he was just going in. He was sat there, he was drinking his drink, and he was just going in on everyone. And there was people that I was thinking, I was like not scared for him, but I was thinking, I don't think I've seen someone that like not afraid to just expose people. But it's the way that he was doing it. He was going in on them with using his comedy, So saying really nasty things about them. He was going in on them by exposing things that maybe people don't know. He was going, I mean, he said Steve Harvey keeps going on about being broke and saying, you know, he was homeless and stuff, and that's all fake. He was exposing people about things that they're apparently supposed to have said. He's got receipts to prove that. So it was one of those types of interviews where by the end of it, I didn't know what to believe. I'm not going to sit here and say that everything he was saying 100% believe, but I'm also not going to say that some of what he was saying isn't true, because I think some of it is. It's just that thing, it's a combination. And I think over the next few months, other comedians or other people are going to be going on interviews to either try and disprove what he said, to put their point across, or just because they know that you can get a lot of exposure from speaking the truth. So yeah, sometimes it is about putting yourself forward, putting yourself out there, and just it's not even about exposing. Sometimes it's about speaking your truth on a platform where you feel comfortable to do that. So yeah, check out that interview. I can't remember the name of the channel. The YouTube, I know the YouTuber because his name's Shannon something, but it's called this, I think it's called the Shay Shay Club. And I think he did the main interview, but there's lots of people, if you type it into YouTube and do a search, you'll see that lots of people are talking about this. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and talk about it myself, because I don't tend to watch really long YouTube programs, but that was something that got me like focused. I was literally spilling my drink. I was there sometimes thinking, did he say that? There was other times where I was thinking, I can't turn away, but I don't even want to like watch this really. Did I just hear right? There was so much in there. And that proves really that he is an entertainer, he is a comedian, he is someone that people are interested in, he has got that presence, and I think he'll get more work from it as well, because it shows that if you can hold your audience for 3 hours just with your words, then that's powerful. So check it out, check out the interview, and yeah, leave your comments, let me know what you thought about it, let me know what you think in general. Thanks for watching, bye.